Hey guys, this is Jenna with Hill Valley Farm, and the days are getting shorter, and this is what it looks like when we do chores. Well, hello! Everybody's yelling. They are ready for dinner. Some of us are in heat. Oh my! Are you in heat? That's Mayhem. This is Butter. Maddie, we confirmed her pregnancy on ultrasound last night. And this is the girls going to the barn. Hello, Trisha. We're hoping Thistle here on the right of Sky is bred. The black and white doe there. But yeah, the days are getting shorter. We don't love that. Hi, Alice. Betty. So we feed the kids, or I call them kids, it's really juniors, in these long black troughs. And they can go, to and fro here. We do not leave the troughs on the ground. Hello, Marsala. You better go eat. And we do close the doors so they stay focused. Ima, be nice. But we do not leave the troughs down. They're only down long enough for the juniors to eat. And then we pick them right back up. We close the doors. So we lock them up at night. There's some straw in the way. And we hang some water over there. I haven't hung it yet, but we will. And then what a pretty sunset. Close the doors and lock them up. And we do the same over here. Get their water. So this entire stack of bowls has grain in it. I mean, it's not a ton, but when you have all these doughs, you want to kind of spread out the bowls. That way they have options. Trisha and Lila have been eating on the stand. Trisha's been eating on the stand since we've gotten her. And she's gained some weight, which is good. Hello. And Lila, we just kind of babying her in her pregnancy, making sure she's eating good. Because this girl, she has a hard time holding her weight once she kids. And so we just want to make sure she is eating the best she possibly can. So Kaden feeds the turkeys out here. It's still just enough daylight they can see. And then I come over here and feed the boys. My goodness. So we currently have 5 Nigerian dwarf bucks. It's so fun. Feeding them. I don't know if you guys can see. I'm trying. But we feed them along the fence. And this is left to right. DeLorean, Leroy, Legend, Golden, and Excalibur. So water and hay are super important, whether they're does or bucks. So we check their water, and they need water. They always prefer one over the other. This one's always low. So they need water. And then while they're eating, I like to, you check your health of your herd. So you do a butt check. Everyone looks good. And then we go over here and check hay. They've been eating hay. Oh yes, they need hay. I don't know if you guys can see in there because it is dark, but that's the hay feeder. And then we check their minerals. Make sure we dig it down for them. Make sure it's loose and they can get to it, and they can. And since it is getting cool at night, we shut their windows. I won't shut the other one though because I have to give them hay. Right. And they're fighting over their grain. This is why we have two. The dogs are super patient. Hello, Mammy. How are you? And of course, Kaden takes care of the chickens, and he feeds them. He locks them up. And typically we have one chicken that always stays out on the front porch. We have to put her up. I actually think she went up. Her name is Thelma, and she went up for the night. And then these are the trees that kind of created the idea for our logo, the two willows. And it's a beautiful sunset tonight. These are Caden's peafowl. They're not pretty yet. They have pretty necks, but that's about as far as we go. Go back to the barn. So like I said, we pick up the trough. So we don't have the trough in here. I hang it up over there. Hello, Fortissimo. She says hello. This girl is getting big. Yes, she's grown so much. Yeah, so has Sweet Ventress and Marsala and Cindy Lou. Say, I'm a big girl. Yeah. Hello, Cindy Lou. Cindy Lou used to not be super friendly, but she's getting much friendlier. Yes, aren't you? Yes, and you're pawing at me. So hay is super important, like I said, over at the buck lot. The thing about this hay is it's first cutting, and I don't love, it's super stemmy. Well, not super stemmy, it's stemmy. They do not eat the stems. It's more like straw to them. So I have to go through and filter out the good stuff, take the bad stuff out of their feeder because they just eat around it and leave it. And then I have to give them a little bit more there. And so you can see the trough in there. I'll pick that up. Then I'll do the same thing with that hay feeder in there. And as you can see, we already hung their water. And this is completely enclosed at night. That door over there that has the Nigerian dwarf sign on it, it shuts. And they're completely closed in. Obviously there's slats, so it's breathable, but not too breathable. Hi, Ima. That's my baby. Hello. Hello, honey. What are you doing? You're just being a little extra tonight, aren't you? Sweet baby. Yes. Hello. Okay, so I'm in here with the adult does. I have done hay over here, and then they've got a couple more hay feeders over in that one in the middle. And so we keep this door open, and they can go to and from whichever stall they want. We do lock our does up at night just because of the predators. We have a lot of cats around, like bobcats, and we just don't want to take a risk. The idea is for someday to maybe get barn doors on the ends, and that way they can go in and out of the stall and the hallways. So that would be really nice if we could one day get to that. I just don't know, you know, if that's going to happen this year or next year, but it will happen eventually. But they're just kind of in here with me, and Mayhem is nibbling at my pant leg. A lot of the girls are bred. We don't know if they're settled. We're actually in the process of doing ultrasounds. So if you follow our Facebook page, you can go there and see a couple ultrasounds that we've done. But we're starting to now confirm pregnancies. So I'm grateful to my friend at Blessings, at Evie's Hilltop Blessings, Rachel, for letting me borrow the ultrasound machine. It's been great. I scan and Kaden records, and it works out great. It's really kind of cool to see, especially, you know, when you confirm that they are bred. That's incredible, and really peace of mind knowing that they're bred. So I talked a little bit about hay and how it's important. You know, hay, goats have to have access to hay 24/7, just like they have to have access to their loose minerals 24/7 and fresh water 24/7. When you, in the winter months, it's so funny, but you will find that goats actually drink just as much in the winter months as they do in the summer months. And the reason is because the hay and the water combined create, increase their metabolism, and it makes them keep warm for longer. And it's a really great metabolism booster. So we definitely always want to do that. Make sure that they always have fresh water, which there's 3 buckets over there, and there's, I don't know if you can see them, but there's 3 dark buckets over there, and there's 2 in the other stall, and then of course the kids have the 1, and then they have the hay. And so thank you, Faylene. Faylene is nibbling. But it's just really super important. Always, always, always they have to have fresh hay and water. So speaking of hay, I have to take some hay over to the buck pen. So I hope this gave you a little bit of an insight on what it looks like when we do chores. Obviously we're not milking, so that's minus the milking, but giving hay, water, grain, and obviously we had all those bowls laid out in here, but we picked them up, and so they don't sit there on the ground overnight at all, ever. We pick them up. If something happens and they get dirty, we clean them. This is how we keep, you know, illness down in our herd, because the last thing you want is to put bowls down and keep them down, because they get messy and dirty, and then if you put grain in them again, that's just nasty. Nobody wants to eat out of that. So I'm going to go give the goats, or give the bucks, their hay for the night and lock up and say good night to the goaties. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and give us a thumbs up, subscribe. It helps us more than you know. So until we see you guys again, I hope you have an awesome goat field day. Yeah!